big delay. There we go.
I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Hi, y'all. You're back.
Hey, how you doing, Father Fish?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Had a few allergic reactions this weekend, but nothing too bad.
Well, that's good. That's good. My fishing hat.
I love it.
They found my fishing hat.
Cool.
Now all I got to do is find the rest of my fishing stuff, and I can go fishing.
Right, I know how that goes.
Need to go fishing. I got a little wagon somewhere. Need to find that.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a fold-up cart, I think. Been so long since I've seen it. Glory. Well, how's everybody? Good to be here. Good to have everybody here. We got 40 people in here. No one here really goes fishing. Kelly Dill says. Oh dear. I understand. Skort. Where is this? Somewhere here. Oh, there it is, right there. I have here from Danielle, who is Skort. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
And I've got one too, and that is just so
It's
kind-hearted of her.
Presents too.
Oh yeah,
That's cute.
that's adorable. I want to learn how to make something like this. This is so cute.
You made the little axolotls, and look at this.
That is so
Look at
cool.
this. Isn't that?
Yeah, she can do good beadwork.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a real good pen. So thank you, dear. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Definitely got skills.
right. We're just a skilled crew in here.
Absolutely.
We do. We love them. Very, very nice. Oh, and the pen came in
Oh, that's cool.
this little box. Whoop. Isn't that neat? Look at
That is. You did a great job on that. And Joy says, wow, Squirt is talented. Yes, she is.
Really? Ah. What is this? Willie Bond says you might not share our intellect, which explains your disrespect for all the natural wonders around you. What is he referring to?
I'm not sure. What's the timestamp?
We should play that song once in a while. I know I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, sweet. Oh, what else is? What's the best plant to start? Stem plants are the very best to start with. We have a kit, a stem plant kit that we recommend because it's fast growing plants that can grow in the water column as well as planted. They send out roots, but they also pull nutrition in from the water column. The roots are not like most roots. When they first root, they root from nodes on the stem of the plant. And each of those roots are actually able to take nutrition directly out of the water column. Now, so they can get long enough to go down into the substrate, and they change over them and are able to take nutrients out of the substrate. But it's as a result of that, it's a very fast growing plant. There are negatives involved with it. One of them is that it tends to grow so rapidly that it can really take over the tank completely. And then others such as the bacopa and the Ludwigia like to grow out of the water. And when they do, they drop all the leaves that are in the water, which makes them a lot less attractive unless you've got a tank that has a lot of open space above it that's visual. But they're really a wonderful starting plant because you can guarantee that you're going to have really good plant growth right at the beginning. And that's really important for starting up a new tank.
That it is.
What else? Jesse Warren, pool filter sand is best. Yeah, if you're going to use clay sand, now you don't have to rinse it. There's a little trick to using clay sand. If you put your dirt layer down and make sure it's dead level, you don't want it hills and valleys. Hills and valleys. You want it perfectly flat. If you don't like it showing on the front, you can push it back from the front glass. A half an inch is all you need to make it not visible up on the glass. Then when you put the sand in, put it in dry, lay it on top, double the thickness of the dirt. Then cap that with what works really well is a plastic bag. Lay that right on top of the sand, covering as much of it as you can. You can use a bowl or a plate or some other device. Plastic bag works really quite well, however. And then fill it by coursing the water right on the bag. So it's only the water that runs off the bag that goes down into the sand. And it'll do that without stirring it up. And then carefully remove the plastic once the tank is full. And you will not have disturbed the play sand, but more importantly, play sand contains a lot of clay and a lot of dust. And those are both very important, certainly very helpful in creating a natural environment in the tank. So while play sand can be very dirty, and if you stir it up at all, when you're putting water in, it makes a terrible mess. If you're very careful, you can turn that into a benefit. So just give you that little tidbit there.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, I don't talk about that very often because it's really not simple to do. You've got to be really very careful, have a low flow. You don't want to put water in quickly. You want it to go in more slowly, and you want to cover that sand as much as you can. So you can even put slots in the plastic with a knife or jab holes in it to create like a sieve kind of cap for it. What else is going on here? Happy Sunday, says Mattis.
Happy Sunday.
We love our gift score.
Yeah, we do.
And say, what is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. Saga Welby. Hello from Illinois. And Real Bond is from Illinois.
And Joy has a really good question. As a rule, do trimming plants, ones that can be trimmed, promote healthy plant growth?
I think it really depends entirely on the look that you want. It's an aesthetic issue because the plant will naturally branch out or grow longer, which will have the same net biological effect as if you trimmed it and replanted it. So it's really a question of the look that you want in your tank. Both are equally beneficial. What is this? Kimco bow hunts for fish.
That's pretty cool.
One has tadpoles.
That's always fun.
Let's see.
Cinnamon says that she has 5 flagfish coming later this week from Florida. That's going to be cool.
Snakeheads. I don't think I've ever eaten a snakehead.
Really? They're pretty good.
Yeah, we got a lot of them up here Maryland, I'm going to have to get out and catch some and try them.
Yeah.
The what's the other one called? The mudfish. The Florida mudfish. What is that called?
I've always just called it mudfish.
Yeah, there's a. That's a fish that's virtually inedible.
Yeah, it is.
And it's meat that's so soft it's like mush.
Yeah.
And it tastes like mud.
Right. It really does.
I don't like it at all.
I didn't either.
First one I ever caught, I was so excited to have this big fish.
Mm-hmm.
And I cooked it and I was so disappointed.
Right. It's really disappointing when you cook them up. They do not taste good. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, Daniel and Goals just put a red koi milk in it and your new 40 breeder set up a month ago.
Cool.
The substrate becoming very bioactive. Wonder. Flagfish are neat. So Cinnamon's got a bunch of flags. I had some flags here. Didn't know you were interested. Cinnamon was down about 2 weeks ago. Brought a bunch of her shell dwellers.
Oh, yeah.
With like, almost 20 of them. Throwing the best of them. So, and they're doing real well. We've got them. They're a few of them are kind of half grown. Got them in a tank that's half full of shells. So we're hoping once they get big enough that they'll start breeding. That would be nice.
That would be.
Found a pond today covered in Slovenia, totally completely.
Wow.
Christian B. Yeah, it's feed them to the cats. Good idea. Deploy hair algae in ponds. I'm sure they do, Al. They're a plant eater. Actually, they're a bottom feeder. So they would tend to feed on algae. And of course, hair algae is a form of algae. So, yeah, probably. Bear is here. Hi, Bear.
Hey.
Good dear.
Let's see.
Bowfin. Thank you, Riptide. Right, bowfin. Beautiful fish. I've had them in tanks, and they can be really, I mean, it's a big fish.
Yeah, they are.
It gets pretty big. But I've had a few of them, and there's some variation in the color pattern. You get some that have mottled patterning. I think they come in a lot of shades of color. They tend to be a green to gray, but that can go to white and yellow. I don't remember. There's another, maybe it's red.
Wow, that's cool. I've only ever seen the dull colored one.
Well, they're all kind of dull color. None of them are bright. Ooh. How many fish do you recommend in a planted 29 gallon? That is, I don't know where. I guess when people ask that question, they're assuming that the fish that are going to go in the tank are going to be small to medium sized fish, nothing bigger than 2 to 3 inches. The problem, of course, is there are an awful lot of fish that get an awful lot bigger.
Right?
Um, so I would say no more than one fish that's up to 12 inches and nothing larger than that. That may be pushing it, but you can do it. Um, 4 to 5 inch fish like African cichlids, 4 to 5 Africans at a 29. You can put more in where they're little, but as they get big, they'll kill each other off. A better choice is Tanganyika cichlids, which are less aggressive and frankly more interesting. 1 inch fish, little fish, it depends entirely on how the tank is set up, whether you have a balanced environment. This thing is about it. Whether you have a balanced environment, whether you have plants growing in it. The rule of thumb is the more plants you have in a tank, the more fish you can have. So if you've got your tank at least half full of plants in a 29-gallon, you could have 100 or more small fish, like guppy or tetra size fish, the small tetras, not the big ones. So, anything between 1 and 1,000. What size fish? How many do you recommend in a planted 29-gallon? The answer is between 1 and 1,000. Oh dear. Back to the angel wigglers. Develop fungus on some eggs. Well, they're not wiggling inside the egg. They're not wiggling. Oh, maybe you see them. If an egg funguses, I'd be surprised if that's true. They're probably already hatched. If you see them wiggling like this, then they're hatched. You can sometimes see a little movement in the egg, see the eyes move or something, but they're really not wiggling much. And I don't know if no, you're wrong about that. If there's fungus on the egg is dead. Otherwise, it would not fungus. There may be fungus on eggs next to them, but my hunch is if you're seeing wigglers, then those eggs have already hatched, and the ones with fungus are not viable. So you want to try to kind of get them out. You can shoot some water around them to move the babies out, but they're going to swim out of there pretty quick. And the fungus really won't bother them once they've hatched.
That's good.
Do not put food in there until they are up and swimming, which can take up to 3 days. So the fact that you have baby fish that have hatched doesn't mean they're able to eat. Now, there are some baby fish that need food right away. The saltwater clownfish, for example, when it hatches, it needs food right away. But those eggs can take up to 3 weeks to hatch, which means when it does hatch, it's much further along in its development than an egg that takes only 3 days to hatch. If a fish only takes 3 days to hatch, it will be born with no ability to do anything. It won't be able to swim. It won't be able to eat. Its eyes are probably not even working. All it can do is sit there and wiggle and absorb the rest of its yolk sac, which will then allow it to start swimming. Once they start swimming, they have to eat immediately. So if you've got a larger baby fish like uh, any kind of cichlid, angels, rams, those sorts of things, you can feed them baby brine shrimp. If you've got tiny little eggs like tetras or other little, really tiny fish, you can feed microworm. But it's important to feed live food to brand new baby baby fish that have hatched out of eggs. Fish that are born alive, the gestation period for them is a month or more. So when they're born running. They're born like a baby calf
Right.
with the ability to move out right away. They're swimming immediately. They're feeding immediately. They're fully developed in terms of their ability to function as a fish. Now they're not mature, and they don't have much in the way of reserves, so they need to be able to eat right away. But it's a different stage of development. All right. Squirt doesn't like the taste of fish. Caught baby gag grouper and baby red in the Gulf today. Nice. Oh, Adam was out fishing.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's out catching grouper. 1 mile offshore.
Wow.
Nice.
Looks like we got Jacob Wade and
Jacob,
Danny
yeah.
Steve.
Let's get Jacob up here
Mhm.
since he's first. Hi, Jacob.
Hey,
On.
How are
So,
you?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
good.
What's going
So I,
on?
so I got some tannins back up in here again. That's why it's like yellowish brown. You
Yeah,
guys see
yeah.
those?
That's
It's
all
crystal.
the.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
crystal clear.
the leaves.
My yeah, I got more in there.
Nice.
So that's about 20 leaves I put into the catapa. That should be enough.
Oh yeah. Now you do want a variety of leaves, so make sure you get some local stuff in there as well.
Oh yeah, they break down real quick. See, all them break down real quick.
Right.
And then
I,
these guys, you know what those are?
The springtails?
I don't
Little
know.
little bugs?
Duckweed.
No, there's plants. That's duckweed?
Yeah, that's duckweed.
Mhm.
Ah. It's actually not growing fast, but it's growing. It's reproducing.
Oh, it will.
Yeah,
It'll
well,
it'll completely cover that tank in about 4 or 5 more days.
Four
It
to five
doubles.
more days.
Yeah, it doubles every day.
Holy crap.
Really.
yeah, you'll definitely want to start removing it.
Pulling it out. What you could do is put a couple of goldfish in there because they will eat the duckweed.
Those guys are doing good. I put 3 of them in and none of them died then.
What's that?
Those sinklets.
Oh yeah, no goldfish. I'm saying.
And then male and female. Here's the male and female. They're actually doing really well.
The holes. Yeah, they look good. Angels. You got a lot of nice fish in there.
Mm-hmm.
Them loaches are getting fat. Look at them.
Sure enough.
You got some
Doing
beautiful.
good. You're doing good.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
one question. You see this? Why is that white? Is that good?
On the plant, you mean?
Yeah, I looked this up and it's telling me all kinds of crazy crap that I don't think is wrong with my tank.
You mean the light color on the plant?
Yeah, you see how it's white? It's
Yeah.
telling me online that it's deficiency down here, but I got mud and I'm capped, so I'm not deficiency.
Well, it's a light deficiency. And
So it's a
there's
light.
sure. It just not got as much chlorophyll. As the plant gets closer to the surface, it gets greener. It's
Now,
not
why
a problem.
why'd this one go all the way at the bottom though? This shot a runner all the way down.
Yeah. Well, it's looking for nutrition. It's
Oh, they
finding
definitely
food. Yeah.
they definitely got plenty of that in there. And then there's springtails. That's them little dots right there. Them they actually expand, I think, on a daily basis because I'm always seeing them in bigger groups every day.
Yeah. Right. Right. Nice.
Yeah, it is.
But
Looking
now
good.
when I first got these angels, they used to beg me every single day because that's how bad a pet store taught them guys. And now every time they go up to the top, they're basically naturally hunting basically to get the little bugs.
Looking at the Springfields. Yeah. Thanks, Jacob. Nice to
Thank,
see you.
thank y'all.
Thank you, Jacob.
Danny O's. Are you there?
Hey.
There. Hi there.
Hello.
From the
Well,
Czech Republic. Nice to see
hello.
you.
May I say Jacob's tank was very good. I love that scenario, but it can take over tanks like that. But it's great for the fish.
Can you understand what he's saying, Tina?
No, he sounds muffled on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mic is muffled, Danny O's.
Wait. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah. Well, everything in this tank is going well. I gotten some cuttings for for another tank, which I'll show you in a little bit.
Nice.
The frogs and the beta are doing pretty good. They
Yeah,
Oh,
just
he's pretty.
got some what the hell is it called mosquito larvae.
Oh, nice.
Mm, the babies are doing
what
pretty good too.
collection of tanks you got there?
And I got a quarantine tank right here.
Very good.
I bought a 5 gallon quarantine tank. I'm gonna put some plants in it too. And
Perfect.
I put some
Yeah,
uh, I put
that's good.
some dirt from my yard in it and some compost from my yard in it and a little bit of I don't know way more uh, uh, peat moss and some of
Right.
the supplements you put in.
Cool.
But yeah,
Nice.
and also I have one guppy. I sorry, I'm just thinking of the chick names right now. But I have a guppy right here, but I have more in another tank. The quarantine because I set that one up earlier, and I'm quarantining them there. So yeah, I bought this tank today.
Right.
But this guppy has had some kind of uh patch on its head. I believe it's Calmaris. I believe it's Calmaris on her head. But I tried some medications that you said that work, like Epsom salt and methylene blue, and that worked. She's healing pretty good.
That's good that she's recovering. That's really good.
Yeah, and I have a cat here,
Oh, that's a cute little kitty.
and then I have this thing here.
Oh, that
It's
one's
gonna
pretty.
be for my fry later,
Nice.
but I
Oh,
got some
beautiful.
guppies in here.
Love those guppies.
Uh, uh, and I also have two males. I'm gonna buy one more female, but where's the male? There he is.
Hmm.
Those are some pretty
No,
fish.
he just swims to the other side. Mm,
Oh, the top view, you can really see them there.
yeah, but his back is a little arched.
Beautiful colors.
How many tanks do you have, Johnny Goats?
Now five,
Five.
Cool.
Good job.
and also a resurrection jar, which I have some scuds in
Right.
that are doing pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah, they look really good. I
Hmm.
like your
Yeah, and
tank.
also I have a clam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Is that
but this
a
tank
living
is gonna
clam
be
or is
for the
that just a
babies.
shell?
Looks like it. Yeah.
And
I was
that's
thinking
a
it was a
real
living one.
clam.
Nice.
Wow. That's
That's a
cool.
real living clam.
That is
Uh,
cool.
did you collect it wild?
No, I bought it.
Bought it? Okay.
Yeah, today.
Nice.
Hmm.
And also I have some uh Liliopsis brasiliensis. Uh, that I'm
Are
I'm
they?
hoping it will carpet this whole part
Uh,
here and some stem plants. I'm thinking of planting the roots all in smaller bits, though.
right.
But some
Yeah.
of the plants I will cut for the other tank.
Very good.
I love the plants that you have growing out of the tank too. That is really cool.
Yeah, thank you. I bought a monster while I was
Yeah.
buying stuff for my plants because we went to a kind of uh I don't know what I call it sale, just a big sale of uh, fish and plants and stuff like that, and I found
Right.
this nice monster there,
That
and
Monsterio
I
looks
have some
great. I love your
cacti
cactus garden. Awesome.
and banana plants here, but it's kind of shriveling up.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, and also I have more cacti right here.
Oh, cool. You got a nice collection. That's really cool.
I forgot this one.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Some
Yeah,
cacti.
old lady.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I love your plant collection, your tanks. You're doing great.
thank you. Uh, if there's anything you'd like to tell me, I'd not be mad to hear.
Sadly, you broke up. I couldn't hear you.
Oh wait, I can hear that. Uh, my thick hair is covering my ears.
Right. Thank you, Danny. I've enjoyed seeing your tanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. He's got a nice collection of tanks and plants.
Yeah. Uh, Nico World, I believe we last spoke 2 weeks ago. Followed your advice. My crash tank is now back in order. I get new plans and it's cleared up.
Awesome.
It's so important to understand that. When a tank goes bad, that's a temporary condition. It's not a permanent condition. What you need to do is remove the cause of it, which usually is excess nutrients, dead fish, that sort of stuff. If you simply get rid of that, turn on the filter and let it sit there, in 2 or 3 days it'll be clear. It doesn't stay bad for very long. The natural state of any body of water is to be pure and healthy. So when it goes bad, if you are aware of what has caused that and remove the cause of it, then it'll return to its natural healthy condition. Daryl Wheelis is here. Hi, Daryl.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Tank's looking pretty good. It's been a little while since I talked to you.
Nice. Certainly is.
I love that driftwood.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you. It had a lot of this. I don't know if you can see it. This fuzzy stuff on it.
The
And
fungus.
I put 10 guppies in here Friday, and they pretty much cleaned it all up.
Good.
Well,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's like mushrooms. Fungus is or I should say, mushrooms are a fungus.
Mhm.
They're highly
Okay.
edible, and fish do like to eat fungus.
Yeah, I haven't seen the neons eat any of it, but the guppies they tore it up in about a day. They cleared most of it up, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is.
I put 8 females and 2 males. Hopefully they'll breed and be some food for my other tank, for my predator tank.
Looks good.
Oh, I want to ask you on this tank in here. Can I add soil and dirt to it with water already in it, or would I have to empty it?
Well, it's hard to put dirt in through the water. Get a
Okay.
buckets and fill as many buckets as you can so you can save as much of the water as possible. But yeah, you need to empty it.
Because you said that bikes or whatever that my son bought. He bought the bigger one, but you said it would be all right in a dirted tank. From what
Oh,
you,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I do want to do that in here, but I've already got the water going and ready for them. I got to pick them up from the store.
Well,
But
you can do it very quickly. And when you're ready, if you want to put them in there now and move him. When you're ready to fix the tank, just put him in a bucket. The biker is an air breathing, so he's not going to suffocate.
Okay. So when I got ready to put the dirt in, take him out, put him in a bucket, and then I would drain that tank and put dirt and sand in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing then.
Put the water right back in.
And that tank, it should do fine with a sponge filter also.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm hoping to do, and I hope these guppies breed enough where maybe I can feed them.
Oh, they will. Don't worry.
That's the plan, anyway.
Thank you, Carol.
All right. Well, thank you.
You bet.
It's one thing about guppies. If you just have 3 of them, you're going to end up with 30 really fast.
Yeah.
I love guppies. I'll be right back.
Nico World, how do I change the substrate? Why do you need to, let's see, have a gravel substrate and having soil sand? And the surface that last side of the curve. Well, if you've got old gravel, cap it with sand, and you really don't want to go through the process of breaking it down. Put 2 inches of sand, or even 1 inch, on top of the gravel. That'll lock any nutrients that are in that gravel down in there. And it'll allow more to precipitate into it. So if you just cap the gravel and it's old gravel, that gives you effectively a dirt layer. So you can do that successfully. Let's see. Scort has decided to completely redo her 64-gallon. Yeah, if it's a brand new tank and it's struggling, you're better off just doing it from scratch. You know, get the dirt, get it set up with dirt and sand, and then it'll support plant growth effectively. Sean Benward, I have a tank full of guppies and shrimp. I feed them a whole apple. I'm thinking about an orange. Yeah, do not put an orange in there. That won't work. Mainly, it's a couple of things. It's too much sugar that would be dispersed into the tank through the juices, and it's highly acidic. So it's going to affect the pH of the tank. It probably would foul things pretty quickly. I think it would, putting an orange in the tank is potentially a disaster. Can't say for sure, I've never done it. But I do know if an orange is put in water, it rots rather quickly and fouls the water. So I think there's a good chance it would kill everything. Apple is a little surprising, but an apple is slower to break down, and with adequate feeders, the deterioration would be very edible. It's plant material, so it's going to be edible. A lot of snails and plecostomus would be good. Plecos would probably love apple, so you might consider putting a pleco in there. Certainly snails, but
The
no,
snails will love it.
do not do orange. Yeah, I have. I'm stuck in fresh food. The fly season is upon us.
Right?
Yeah.
Going that way in Florida too.
Yeah.
Fly season and mosquito season. Yay.
Haven't had mosquitoes yet. But
Oh, we've got enough and I'm already collecting them.
I'm sure. Fancy goldfish like a slice of lemon or orange. I would be apprehensive about doing that. Here's Dean.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi there.
y'all were a little slow. I'd come in and just show off my tank and some of the new adjustments.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I got some new plants there in the back.
Those look good.
And we noticed that my male over here, he's actually changing colors. He's becoming more silver than black.
Yeah, it's
He's
pretty
camera shy at the moment.
nice. It's got a little blue in him too.
Yeah, it's so strange. When we first got him, he was solid black, and now that he's growing, he's developing new colors.
Ooh. Tank looks nice.
Thank you. Let's see if I can pull I got a pretty good, if I can get it out here, pretty good bloom going.
Yeah, hopefully it'll show up the bloom. There it is. Yeah, that's looking good.
Duckweed. What? We got duckweed going.
Oh yeah, I gotta thin that out.
And he's also got a bloom that's coming up from one of the I think it's a
Oh, from the Eponogeton. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. The bulb.
Yep.
And my blackworm culture still doing good.
Your blackworm culture is thriving. It's not just doing good, it is thriving. I'm about to split it into two cultures.
Nice.
Okay, well, I figured I'd just come in and say hi and take up some of your time and
Well, thank you, Dean. Nice to see you. Love your tank.
thank you.
Before you go, Squirt wants to know if she can see the blackworm culture, Dane. Can you show us the blackworm culture? There it is.
Now, what I've really done is just any of the scrap algae that I pull out of my tank or any of the extra plants, I just drop in here with them. So really not a whole lot to see. But what I can do real quick, since you're asking, this is just a clump of the hair algae that I drop in there. Yep, give me a second. I'm going to go black.
You're trying to do stuff with one hand.
Yeah. And so when you got those, they just love that hair algae. So I just pull that out and shake them off in there and let the fish feed.
Nice.
Way easier to catch. And they love the blackworm.
And I put that back in the culture and let them repopulate it.
Very cool. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Dana helped me set it up, and we just got the one little bubbler in there. Like I said, I put all my extra mowings from my tank when I mow my tank down.
How big is that tub?
It probably is about a gallon, isn't it, Dean?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. It's not very large. You can put your hand
Oh,
up there if you want to show.
Yeah,
right.
But she's got a big hand, so I don't know if that
I
counts.
think it's about the length of the tank. I mean,
Ooh,
or the
very good.
it's as long as the tank is wide.
And Squirt asks, she says, that's so cool. Any dirt or anything in it? Just a little bit of sand.
Yeah, just a tiny bit of sand, couple of lava rocks in the bottom, and then the rest, like I said, any of the hair algae I pull off, I just drop in there. Yeah, and like you say, you can see here where I've got the duckweed on top, and they have been thriving.
Yeah, they have.
I don't even have to search for them. I just pull out a clump of the grass or clump of the algae and shake it off and feed my fish.
Yeah, it makes it
Right.
really easy. And Cinnamon asks, what's the green thing? Oh, that's a small portable air pump.
Oh yeah.
Something a friend gave me and I gave to him.
So it just does the air bubbler.
Very good.
All right, well, thank y'all.
Thank you, Dean.
Thanks.
Let's see. Nico World. How do I go about capping with sand without bothering the fish? Just pour the sand in. If you want to be fancy about it, you can put it in a scoop or a cup, fill the cup with sand, and hold it down on or near the bottom and pour it out. But the reality is, if you pour sand through the water column, so long as it's clean sand, it's not going to bother the fish at all. It'll just roll right off them like water off a duck's back. Will not bother them. Cowgirl wants to know, does green water need sun or does it need spores? Well, both. If I were to try to start outdoors, kind of cover with plexiglass to keep mosquitoes out. You can. Don't put a piece of glass on it though, because that will intensify the light and heat it up. Plexi won't do that. Mosquito larvae is a really good food for fish. So, if you wind up with mosquito larvae in a container, use a fine mesh net and swirl them out and feed them to your fish. None will escape. You will not get mosquitoes in the house. Everyone be gobbled up almost instantly. Oh, the great thing we did that. Yeah.
I think mosquito cultures is probably the easiest thing to culture, at least in Florida. You set a bucket outside and you'll have plenty of mosquitoes.
Right.
See what else we have in the chat.
What's this? Pug airs had 2 angelfish. One female died. Got another female. Got eggs today. You can, if whatever they lay them on, you can take that out and put it in a separate container. The best way is to put it in a small container with an air stone and no substrate, no nothing. Turn them so the eggs are facing down. That way dirt won't be able to lay on top of it. And when the eggs hatch, the babies will fall to the bottom. Leave them there for until they start swimming. And then if you can put a little bit of microfauna in, like paramecium culture or microworm culture, to feed them for the first few days. At that point, you will need to move them into a grow out environment. But you can either leave them there and see if they'll hatch. If there's not a lot of competition, that'll work fine. If there is, and you want to take them out and hatch them, you can do that too. Titan wants to know, is this about bettas? An update on new tanks. Did I show the new tanks, the big ones, in place?
You know, I saw them, I think last week on the shelf, but I haven't seen them actually set up yet.
Well, they're not set up yet. We still have not set them up.
But somebody may have missed the
I
stream
did
last
show them.
time. So.
I did show them on the rack though. All right. Yeah, no progress. It'll be another week or so. Now, because I want to get some pretty special fish, so we're going to need to get the tank set up before we put anything in there. And then I've got to be able to order. And I'm not sure. I think predatory fins is headed to China in a week or so. So I may have to wait until they get back.
Yeah. Riptide says would love to see them. Riptide would love to see your tanks.
Oh, well, we could do that. Oh, dear. Let me get the microphone up here.
That's contagious yawning.
I know. I've been tired all day. Cinnamon is here. Let's get
cool.
Cinnamon up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There she is.
Is my microphone working?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know it was kind of. I figured you want to see the angels, how big they've gotten.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be moving them to my 55 gallon because they're getting too big for the 29.
Oh, that is a beautiful fin coloration.
Yeah, I believe he is a male because him and this girl, I think it's a girl, are kind of pairing up, I noticed.
Oh, that's a beautiful pearl scale.
Yeah, and then there's where's my other guy? He's in the back, and he's been hiding from them, so I figured they've been chasing him around.
Probably.
Oh, there he is, right there. Yep, they just, if you'll notice, the bigger guy hit him, and he went in the back.
Oh yeah.
And of course, all my betta girls, they're nosy. They put their nose into everything.
Ain't that the truth? I got a betta sorority too, and they definitely do.
The minute I do anything in the tank, they're right there by my hands, looking over, almost like kids looking over your shoulders.
Right.
Like, what you doing? What you doing? So they all do pretty good. The small ones, big ones. I've not had much trouble with mine. And they're from different places, so it's not like they are from all the same batch. But
cool.
I put your shell dwellers I bought from you. I forget the name. What was the name of these that I got from you, Father Lou?
Let me see if I can find it.
They got the yellow on the back on their fin.
Oh, those are pretty. Can you get closer to them?
Yeah, they're real tiny, and they move away. It's almost like they know I'm
Right?
filming.
They do. They're
And it's
gorgeous.
funny because my other ones want only the shells. These guys want the rocks. They've
Huh,
been fighting over who gets the rocks.
It's
that
the
is funny.
There,
rabbit,
can you
black
see them? He
rabbits.
just took off again. Yeah,
Black
the minute I come near them, they
I think it's
it's
the
like,
rabbits.
what's that?
I think it's the rabbits.
Okay. I'm going to get a label maker and put some labels because I'm starting to lose track of my killies and my
Oh,
Right.
that's
and
a good
watching.
idea.
Yeah, I figured I'd do little labels and then kind of keep an eye on because I also have eggs from the killies, and I'm like, okay, which one did? I know the
Right.
tank it came from, so now I got to get names for them. This one I got a tiny little baby angelfish I fell in love with at the one of the stores, and
Aw.
he or she is. I put it in with the two bettas from Christian, two of the males that are getting along fine. Till they get bigger. Once they get bigger, I'm sure they'll start fighting. But
Nice.
and then there, of course, my kids' tank covered with water. But this is their koi guppy,
Those are pretty.
plus
Yeah.
one betta, of course, since it's Corey's.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I got some real nice ones that time. That was from one of the auctions. Then, of course, my killies are up here. These are the ones giving me eggs. They're mop. I got to fix the mop to float better, but they are producing lots of eggs. I got about 30 now. Oh, they're hiding some of them in the rocks too.
What did it say?
They're the killies.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name. This is why I need a label maker because I forget the names. The male is in the back. You can see him. He hides more than the females. The females come right up. You can see him there in the front.
Right.
He kind of garden or something like that.
Gardner Rye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they basically. Oh, second there. I was wondering what's floating around.
Exciting.
I've got some. Just started my the smaller angels that I had gotten a while ago. I've got a 10-gallon. They're done with quarantine. Them and the other killies that I got are going to go in there. So, and then of course the bettas. They got females in with them because I saw you had that, Lou. So I gave it a try, and they didn't attack them or anything. And I have this male here who's so beautiful named Bob is a dud. He's had females with him, and he don't produce a bubble nest,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
and he runs from them. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm hoping these two will. The rose-colored male back there, and then this female, hopefully.
They are gorgeous.
The rose-colored one, believe it or not, I was in a Asian market shop, and they had them in little cups, and I just took one look at him. I said, I gotta have him, even though I hate those cups. And he is just absolutely, he's growing into himself and looking much better. Then, of course, my Mickey Mouse white platies, they've got a million babies I've got that are growing out. They keep having them. Every time I turn around, I see little babies swimming around.
Right.
And Christian, your females that you gave me are all in this. Unfortunately, the cannons are really dark right now. There's one right there.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them here. They're all curious, and they all come again. Let me see if I can get them to come out. Come on, girls. There's a bunch of them. They're like
Hey, they
playing
got them to come forward.
the air bubble they love. Yep, they all come forward to see what's going on. Like I said, nosy.
Right.
There's a red one in here that Christian had given me, and she's so friendly. And she lets me hold her and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, there's the blue one. The blue one there is from his batch. I've got some other girls from other places, but alrighty. And
I
what
love
you
your
guys?
tank.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Cinnamon.
Alrighty. I got to work on a pond now, so
Oh,
Right.
that's gonna be fun.
Yep, yep. I got 150 gallons to make into a, just like yours, Lou, to make into a pond on my patio, and that 55 gallon I'm going to put some of the fish that like cold water.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So, all right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. That's a beautiful bed of fish.
Ah, well, all right. Well, we got a minute. Let's see if we can get the mic back
Oh,
up
yeah.
here. Get the camera where I can take it up from the other side.
Okay.
Oh! See if I got the wire loose.
Is that a culture? That looks like a culture that we're looking at. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it probably is. The white worm culture, I think.
Awesome.
All right, let's see what we can do here. God, it's cold in here. Ooh, we're getting a little worm. Ooh, that one's come back strong.
Hey, that's always good news.
Yeah, look at that. Look at all the worms on the side.
Oh, nice.
Nice. This one's getting there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
getting better. You have to feed them. If we feed them, they do better. All right. Put a little wire here. Now you've seen this.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
Or these are all the 10 gallons. And 20s on the bottom. This is a Tanganyika tank with a few ceramics in it. Mostly it's Tanganyika.
Those are some beautiful tanks.
Eyes and lemon catchers. Guppies.
Love the guppy.
The baby mollies that Cinnamon brought.
Oh, cool.
Some green catchers. These are a bunch of bettas that were brought in today.
Oh, nice.
The customer threw them out. You see some of the males just beginning to flare out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of them are getting chewed up. We'll have to separate them. They're being pugnacious. There were more in here. These look like they're mostly female in here.
They're beautiful. That white one is really beautiful.
A big male. You know, they're all blue. They're pretty.
That they are. Oh, is that a pleco? That's cool.
Embers. It's an interesting tank out here. We got rams and bloodfin and blue convicts, catfish, and just a bunch of stuff. There were some rams in here. I don't see any. They may not have survived the activity. This is the new display.
That
Those are 125s, and those are 75s. And the plan is to put big fish in. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
That sounds like a good plan. What do you plan on stocking them with? What type of big fish?
Well, I'm going to do some larger arowana.
Ooh, nice.
Stingrays. Depends what I can get.
Oh, stingrays would be cool.
It'll be through predatory fish primarily. So we'll just see what they've got available. No, that's it. These are some of my waru.
Oh, cool.
They're they're big enough. They should be small. I think I'm going to move them into a 75, give them more space, and see if they'll see if we can get them spawning.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
Those are pretty too.
we just got
Oh, nice angels.
nice thing. Then these are the mascara bar, as well as some Africans in here. Another pretty good. So that's it.
Looking great. The fish room makeover is really coming along awesome.
These are the shell dwellers that
Oh,
cinnamon
cool.
brought. You see a bunch of shells down there. So they're still babies.
That is so cool.
They're big enough to actually breed. We'll see how they do.
That is a beautiful collection of fish. That is an interesting goldfish. I've never seen one with eyes like that.
The bubble eye,
That is really cool.
some night gobies in with the mollies. And those are large neons.
Cool.
And with some Congo. Those are albino Congo tetras.
Oh, nice.
And some neons, one little Brevis shell dweller. I thought I had more coming, but they got scratched. So
Oh, no.
that's the fish that Cinnamon was asking about. And there's a little apistogramma,
Yep.
a double red apisto right there. She may be sitting on eggs or had babies down in there. She's chasing stuff away, so pretty good chance there's something going on there.
Hey, that's good.
All right, let me get the camera back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you look at the worms.
Hey, there you go. It looks like we've got worm ready to come up.
Okay.
That's a nice worm culture.
Yeah, it's doing real well. Ugh.
I've got to start me another microworm culture and a white worm culture.
Yeah, that's a white worm culture.
Yeah, I was thinking that was white worm.
Yeah.
I just wasn't 100% sure because it's hard to tell on camera.
Now I got that culture a year ago
Yeah.
and did not do anything with it at all for about a year, and then just left it in with the dirt. And then when I finally got around to feeding it, it took about a week for the worms to start coming back. They were in there, there just weren't many of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't lose the culture.
Hey, that's impressive.
By letting it just sit there for really quite a long time. Ugh.
That's definitely tougher than a microworm culture.
Right. So Denise is here. Hello.
Hey.
Hi guys. I'm still sick, so I sound weird. But I wanted to come on and give you an update on my 55 and how it's doing.
It's looking great.
Nice.
Um,
Yep.
my little rasboras are having the time of their lives.
That they are.
They get this whole big thing all to themselves right now.
Oh, you know they're enjoying that.
Reservoir is a nice fish. Reservoir ahead.
And I've got snails galore in here.
Oh, good.
I,
I've lost count, but there's just so many, and they hang out. But at least they're cleaning, right?
Right?
And my substrate is starting to do things down here.
That it
oh,
is.
yep, certainly is. It's migrating.
Saw some bubbles popping up over here. I think they stopped though. There were bubbles coming up, so we've got stuff coming up from the substrate, so that's good.
Right.
And I actually found a video the other day, whenever I first started the tank, got it all planted and everything, and I did a comparison video to yesterday, and I went, oh my gosh, everything has grown so much.
That it has. It's really starting to take off.
Yeah, looks great.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I'm getting my food web going. I've got more leaves in here and some back there.
Right.
And I'm getting a nice layer of moisture.
Ah,
Okay, I can hear me now.
We're having a little bit of trouble with your audio. Would you mind repeating that? We couldn't quite hear you.
I think you're breaking up.
This is the place I am in the house.
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
I love your tank stand too. That is nice.
That's the PetSmart stand.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. I had one year that Corey absconded with.
Yeah.
All right, he got it. Just,
Can you still hear us?
I don't think, yeah. We've lost your audio.
Yeah. It has a beautiful tank though.
Yeah. Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming up. Love your tank.
Mike, 1993 is here. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
He's been here for a little while. Didn't have a chance to say hello. What are they talking about? Lulu.
Christian B says, I love that bubbling sound. That would put me to sleep. Yeah, it would me too.
Yeah, I'm feeling that way. I'm kind of losing it here, but
Yeah.
oof, I'm fading fast. I'm gonna have to sign off.
Okie dokie.
Not doing real well. Struggling. I did have a couple of appointments last week to set up therapy, so
That's
I'm
good.
hoping this week to start therapy. I'm having congestive problems, so hoping we get control of that.
Yeah, I hope so too. Be praying.
Anyhow, love you all.
Love you guys.
Um, gonna we're gonna cut out. I can't keep going.
Want me to get the song up?
Yeah, I can't find it. There.
1 second. There we go.
All right.
I love my little fishes
Night,
as
y'all.
they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Night, everybody. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.